Hey, Inspired Tribe, my fellow freedom lovers. John Nolan here. How's it going? We are back. So welcome back, but we've never been gone. And that's what we're going to talk about today a little bit. We're so happy to see you all. Thank you for tuning in. Let me see here. Please let us know in the live chat or later, if you come later to this live stream, when it's live to you, let us know in the comments where you're tuning in from, what beautiful part of the world you are in. We're healthy, we're wealthy, we're whole, we're free. That's a beautiful mantra that we've been having for a very, very long time, and we'll continue to share it. So let's see who's here today. I see Maria is here and Piper. Good to see you. Rory. Then G34 Shooter. It's good to see you all. Let's see how the distribution works here today. It's interesting since this is a new a new live stream back. It doesn't seem like we're getting distributed very well currently, but okay, let's jump into it. I want to share the story about what happened to Inspired. We received a lot of messages over the last days. So a week ago, we woke up to something we've experienced before. Our YouTube channel was disabled for us. What that meant is we could see things, we could log in, but we couldn't upload, we couldn't post to the community, we couldn't upload videos or shorts or any of that stuff. And the reasoning was that we received a community guideline strike. And feel free to read all the community guidelines on YouTube. And so they deleted 2 of our videos. One was the Cathy O'Brien, David Icke interview, and the second one was the Dr. Christiane Northrup video. Both interviews were deleted from YouTube. And I want to make one thing abundantly clear. We are very familiar with the YouTube guidelines, and that's why we have chosen to distribute videos to different platforms, because we know some things simply don't work here on this platform. So we always go through the video, and there's an editor involved, and then I'm every single interview I go through again, and I look for things that might be problematic. Just to, that's just how the game works. And so even though we did that, and even though the interviews went through an automated process where they're being checked for guideline violations and all of that, they were green lighted, posted, and then later got a strike. And so that's what kept us from uploading videos to YouTube. And I'll be honest, I could be angry about this. We could be angry about this. We could get livid, but there's a bigger picture here, and I want to talk about that bigger picture. The people that are doing this, the apparatus, I'm not talking about the ones that are initiating it, the ones that came up with these ideas a very long time ago. I'm talking about the instruments, the employees at the big tech platforms and whatnot. They are so compartmentalized in their little bubbles that they so often don't see the big picture. And approaching them with aggression, approaching them with anger doesn't help at all, because it only pushes them further away from maybe seeing a bigger picture. And our bigger picture, really, I mean, we're not rebels by default, We didn't grow up to be rebels. It just so happened that in this world today, we are perceived as rebels. And really, what I would love to do is sit down with everyone who has a different viewpoint, different opinion. Just let's sit around this table. Let's talk. Let's chat. I'll listen to you. I won't deny you your right to speak. You'll listen to me. You won't deny me my right to speak. And chances are we're going to find more common ground than not. Unfortunately, this has been taken away from the public conversation by forces that want to divide us. And we've talked about this many times. But the trick is not to give in to that division energy. It happens from time to time. We get angry, we get frustrated, everyone does. But we have to catch ourselves and get back into a constructive, positive, and vision energy into the future, because we're not changing anything by fighting amongst each other. I think there's some positive things going on. As I've said before, what's happening on Twitter right now, go and read the Twitter files, simply because they give evidence to something that so many of us have been talking about that's really happening. But even that, in that there's a lot of controversy because people don't trust Elon Musk and we don't. And I've seen too much of his true colors to say, hey, he's a great guy. But what he's doing there is currently a really positive thing. We have known this was, we knew this was going to happen because it's happened to us before on big tech, because we are muted or silenced in other big tech platforms. So what we've done is we've prepared for that. And thankfully, it didn't really catch us off guard. We're on Locals, which is our favorite free speech platform, simply because they're great partners to us and because they have given us, an opportunity and an open door when we really needed one. Let's be honest, because this happened to us before and we were just turned off. And so it's wonderful. It's a wonderful place, but we love it because of how it's structured. Locals as a free speech platform is under the same roof as Rumble, by the way. They belong together. They're one company now, or sister companies. But the beautiful thing about Locals is that you have the opportunity to create a community there. So you go there and you create an account there, and you are part of the Inspired community, and it's its own little universe. Of course, you can switch over to other channels and switch over to other creators and be in that community. But what we were always looking for is a place where our viewers, where our beautiful family members here in the Inspired Tribe can communicate with each other, create community groups, talk to each other. And while Rumble gives us the opportunity to put out videos, it doesn't have that system, or it doesn't have that interface in place where you all can communicate with each other. Locals has it, and it gives members of the Inspired community and Inspired Tribe the opportunity to post, to comment, to talk to each other, all in this little universe that's called Inspired on Locals. That's why we love it, and that's why we've chosen it as the main hub for free speech on our channel. And we'll continue to do that there. We do some things exclusively for our supporters there, like the Coffee and Truth live streams. But most of the content, the vast majority, is free to everyone. And all you need to do is create an account that's free of charge, and you can watch the content. I hope that we can open the conversation. I've seen something happen over the last weeks where eyes are opened in circles and among people that I never thought would happen. And the Twitter files are helping with that, because once people actually go and read the documents rather than read the interpretations or listen to others interpret it for them, they get a different picture. And we really, really need to come back to facts, need to come back to evidence, and realize that when you have the goods, when you have the receipts, when you have the evidence, and the evidence actually points to a different perspective than the one you held before, then you need to be able to say, okay, I was wrong, I was misguided, I was misled, and now I see it for what it is. And so I think that's what we all need to do. Cool heads, because there's a lot of work ahead of us. We need cool heads and not get hot-tempered and hot-headed and lose our ability to think logically and think straight. I think that's very important. So Christine and I have prepared for this, and we'll continue to put a lot of stuff on our Locals platform. It is also a little bit more of a private and intimate interaction that we have there, because it's a little, closed off universe. Of course, we'll continue to be here on YouTube, we'll continue to be in Rumble, and we'll continue to do what we have been doing, and we'll continue to hopefully bring out information, wisdom, and inspiration moving forward. So I just wanted to come on and say, yes, we didn't agree with YouTube's decision. We still don't. We've made that clear. We don't agree with a lot of the guidelines simply because they cut clearly into free speech. I'm not saying that people that, purposefully come on the platform and really incite or call for violence or spread out, it's like coming on here and say, hey, everybody leave, this is an example, okay? Hey, everybody leave Chicago right now because there's a huge bomb going off. You can never, you can't do that. That's beyond free speech. You're really creating huge chaos with such a lie. But beyond that, there are so many guidelines that are simply there to restrict free speech, and they don't allow for the distribution of information. We don't agree with that. We'll make it heard again. We'll make it clear, and we'll work on, actually, because that's, I think, what's happening to Twitter right now. We'll work on changing things for the better. That's what we need to do. You can never give up the dialogue, never give up the process. Even when you get angry, you need to take a breather and then come back with a fresh mind and a clear heart. All right, I think that was it for today. I want to invite you all. We put the links to the banned interviews with David Icke, Cathy O'Brien, and Dr. Christiane Northrup in the video description, so you can watch them on Locals and Rumble. And we just want to invite you to come join us there too. We're actually having a meeting with the Rumble team. They reached out to us, which I appreciate too. So, so we can see what we can do there and how we can do things better and differently for you all. But we would just encourage you to take this as an opportunity. Don't leave YouTube altogether. It has a lot of value, but consider supporting your favorite channels and creators by moving onto the platforms that give them, us, the opportunity to speak freely without second guessing and editing stuff out. I think that's really important. So many people have been hesitant to move over to Rumble or hesitant to move over to Locals because they need to create a new account. I understand that, but isn't that, I mean, if that's the price to pay, and that's not even a price to pay, but shouldn't we support the platforms that are supporting free speech? Shouldn't we give, you know, and if we decide to give something in terms of money or value, shouldn't we give it to the people that value our most fundamental rights? That's what I'm constantly thinking. So when people say, oh my God, I don't want to create a new Rumble account, or the platform isn't as good yet. Yes, I understand that. But Rumble also isn't owned by the biggest company in the world, Google, really, if you think about it. So they don't have these unlimited resources yet to create all the little technical gimmicks that YouTube has created. But they will. They're working on it. They're doing their best. And they're not perfect. Nobody is. But let's support these platforms, Locals, Rumble, and there's others. I know there's Mike Adams has Brighteon, and there's Band, and there's, of course, the social media, the Getter and the True Socials and all of that. Let's support those who support free speech. Simple as that. Tribe, thank you so much. Also, please hop over to today's video on YouTube. I don't know how they're distributing this currently, or whether we're on some sort of list. I can only assume, but we posted a beautiful video with American Indian or Native American proverbs and quotes. It's very powerful and inspiring. So hop over. It's going to go on Rumble also. It's on Locals also, and it's on YouTube now. So please watch it. Thank you for your continued support. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for all the beautiful comments today when we announced we're back. It's beautiful to see the love, and we share this love, and we'll continue to put it out there. And really, the best is yet to come, my friends. Yes, there's going to be more chaos, more turmoil coming in the next weeks and months. It's just this process that's unfolding. But in the midst of it all, you and I and all of us, we found true voice. We found more authenticity. We found something that we know is real. And that will stand the test of time. I can promise you that. We'll make it through this, and we'll create something really, really beautiful together. And that's what we'll talk about more in the coming days. Have beautiful guests on, as always. Some surprises till the end of the year. So something to look forward to. We love you all. We appreciate you. And we'll be back with you again very, very soon.